Okay, so to cut fruit after you've sterilized it, um, what you want to do, I like to cut the fruit in quadrants so that you're not pulling all of the flesh off at the same time. So I usually do cut all the way around the middle and then like 4 vertical slices. You want to make sure you're not cutting too deep because you'll cut right through any seeds that are underneath if you do that. So just cut lightly, and then if you need to go a little bit harder, you could just kind of cut over the fruit again. So then I sort of just pull off one section at a time and kind of just skim back. And there you go. That's what you're looking at. So then you take your dissecting needle, and sometimes if you can't see the seeds right away, like in this fruit, you can kind of just sort of run the dissecting needle a little bit to get rid of a little bit of pulp and expose the seeds a little more. And then you can just use the paper towel to get rid of excess moisture because it's just easier to work if it's not too wet. So yeah, so to extract the embryo out of an individual seed, what you want to do is make like a slice, a tiny slice in the top of the seed. Just enough so that you're going to try and force the embryo kind of to pop out of there, I guess. So you have to be pretty light-handed with this, because if you cut too deep into the seed, you could just like cut and damage the embryo. So just like a little tiny slice in the top, and then once you have like a hole big enough for the embryo to slide through, I like to just use the needle to just put a little bit of pressure on the seed to try and pop the embryo out the top. I'm just sort of pushing very, very lightly and slowly, and you can see the embryo popping out the top. And then you can just sort of use your dissecting needle to hook it out. Now this embryo is like, you can see it doesn't look like the really nice pictures that we have on the network. Is a little bit too far gone. But if you have one like this, you might be possible to kind of just remove the coat on it. So if that's what you're trying to do, I usually just stick it right down on the paper towel and just sort of manipulate it a little bit and see if you can get the embryo to come out of that coat. It's a little bit tricky. Yeah, there we go. Be pretty gentle not to damage it. You get a really good feel the more you do, like how kind of hard you can push or pull on the embryo without breaking it. You probably break a lot of them in process trying to get that figured out, but there you go. So that's, I don't know if you can see that, that is a good looking embryo. And then I don't have a plate here because I put it away, but what you would do is just open your plate, place the embryo as quickly as you can. Try not to touch around the plate, like with your fingers or like parts of the dissecting needle. Just try and get it right in the media and then close it quickly to just try and keep it as aseptic as possible. So you just sort of place it down. Get rid of it. Okay, put it down, and that's it. And then I can do another one really quick just to see if we can get one that's a little more ideal coming out. Try the seed over here. So again, I'm going to try and expose the seed a little bit. Put a little notch in the top so I got somewhere to force the embryo out. And then I'm just applying some pressure on the seed to see if I can force that. Put another slice in there. Just apply pressure from the bottom really gently. And that's a good looking embryo. So you can see the embryo starting to pop out. I just use the dissecting needle, pull it out.